So if he has to say anything.
You better talk today. You better talk today. Making threats. Hey, lovely people. What's up? What's up? What's up? Do you miss me? Because I miss you. I'm back, baby. Well, I'm back today. I'm going to be gone again next week. Don't worry. It's just work, guys. We got to make this Uncle Sam's dollar, okay? It's work, but I'm here today, and I'm here to spend this beautiful Thursday with you amazing people. I hope you guys are all having a great day and a great week. And a fruitful one. It's April, baby, okay? April, it's called April showers. Showers of blessings, showers of open doors, and showers of all that you desire. Of course, today's show is produced by my one and only Chevy with an X, the man of a few words, okay? And that's on period. But yes, before we start the show, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit the follow and like button if you are on Facebook. Don't forget to hit share, comment, and all the 9 jazz. Like it, comment, share on it on Facebook and YouTube. We do read the comments during the show as well, and we do read it after as well. Don't forget to share with all the people that you know, your enemies, your best friends, your cousins, and the whole 9 jars. Before I start the show, let's say thank you to the people who make it happen. Whew. Sorry, I needed to catch my breath real quick. Lona Soul Streetwear. Lona Soul Streetwear, as the proud ambassador of Lona Soul Streetwear, listen, this summer, I've said it before, and I will say it again. This summer, we outside. Okay, we outside. This summer, the shorts is going to shorts, the shirts are going to shirt, and the body is going to a body. Okay, can I get an amen? Amen on that. That's on period. Make sure you get your Lona Soul shorts right now, ladies. Listen, trust me, okay? If anybody else come and see here and tell you about Lona Soul, just don't listen to them. I'm trying to throw shade at some people. Don't listen, but listen to me, okay? Ladies, get your shorts. Just trust me. Get it in the tan or gray. The gray one so far is doing it for me, but the tan one will have the booty in. I said it. Make sure you get it. Make sure you size down. So if you're a medium, make sure you get a small. If you're a large, make sure you get a medium, okay? Make sure you get yours now, because this summer, I don't want to catch you outside looking any type of way. It's shorts all summer. Yes, I'm declaring the 2024 is shorts all summer, and it's only Lona Soul shorts all summer, okay? Get yours now. They have it in tan and gray. They have the shirts, which is in black and white, and now they have beanies as well, okay? So get yours now. You can head over to lonasoulstreetwear.com and get yours. Make sure you use the code Jasmine for 10% off. Yes, use the code Jasmine. As the ambassador, I have declared the 10% off coupon. Use the code Jasmine. Get 10% off, okay? Make sure you use it. Get yours now, because this summer we outside, okay? RG Kids Portrait. Valentine's Day, I heard a few people are pregnant already. So I know you guys need to capture the stomach right now. You need to capture the journey. Valentine's Day passed. So I know a few people need to capture their stomach. I saw a friend yesterday and her stomach, I'm like, wait, when did this happen? And I just said, just run over to RG Kids. Let her capture this journey, because it's a beautiful journey that you can show your children, okay? Run over to RG. She will capture. If you have a baby, if you just had a baby, okay, run over to RG Kids. If you are mother with young children, run over to RG Kids. If you're a father with young kids, or if you're a father whose girlfriend, side chick, or wife is pregnant, head over to RG Kids. Let her capture the moment, okay? Every time I say side chick, people always say, like, why do you always listen? The side chicks deserve love too. So run over to RG Kids. If you need inspiration just to have a baby, if you need an ovary, run over to RG Kids. You can head over to her Instagram. It's RG_kids_portrait. Or you can give her a call on 614-254-2151. Akuba. The new slogan is what? The hair gotta grow, the skin gotta glow, and the beard gotta connect. Okay, GGC. Hair gotta grow, the skin gotta glow, and the beard gotta connect. So this summer we have to let our hair out. As you all can see, this is all natural, baby. The shrinkage is real. Okay, if I extend it, you're gonna see the real length. Okay, your hair gotta grow. The edges, ladies, the edges gotta grow. Okay, and the men, if you ain't got a beard this year, we don't know what we're doing with you. Okay, we don't want no hairless cats out here. You better have a beard, and the beard gotta connect. So get yours now, okay? And Cuba will get you together. If you go on our website and if you go on the website and you're expecting something that they don't have, just reach out to them, and they're going to create something for you. You can use the code REVOLT for 20% off. Okay, use the code REVOLVE for 20% off. Head over to www.akuba.com, or you can give them a call on 614-584-1845. Now, let the party begin. I'm your girl, Jasmine Akuba. And today I am here with my two favorite bullheaded people that very soon I'm going to turn their head and make money from it, because, you know, they say bald head now, you can make money from it. Very soon I'm going to turn them in and make a pretty nice penny from their head. Okay, so if you don't see them here again, just know they're on sale. I'm here with my favorite, the God, the God. What is it called? The God and the city, right? The man, the God, and the city. The man, the God, and the city. My brother, Kumasi. How are you?
I'm all right, Jasmine. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Great.
You miss me? Wow.
I don't know.
Wow. Chevy.
You know that.
Chevy.
I have not really missed anybody.
He ain't coming on my show again. I haven't been here for like 4 days.
You know how people say they miss somebody? I've never experienced that. You know how people say they I've never experienced that.
Are you sure you're human?
I am.
You better start missing me. I'm going to go to work more often.
I miss you.
Nah, he lying, guys. My feelings already hurt. So very soon I'm going to fire him. Yeah. It's okay. I'm going to go to my next favorite person who I'm praying misses me, but him. If Kumasi doesn't miss him, even him, my money is not even on him at all. You better cough.
It made you cough.
You better cough, okay? Big Mike, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. I like the jacket. Are you cold?
I was, but I'm feeling better now.
Let me just ask for the fun of it. You better make me happy. Just say you miss me. I just want somebody to miss me.
Is that a statement or a question?
You miss me?
You were here. I see you every day, man. If I don't see you, I see your WhatsApp status.
You see, I see you all the time.
Yeah.
How am I going to miss you if I see you?
On the days that I don't see you, I see WhatsApp status.
Like, what is missing, though?
On that note,
are you lost?
It's okay.
Lost and found.
Guys, I'm officially hiring for all that matters. I need new panelists that will miss me when I'm gone, okay? Guys, I've been gone for 4 days.
You were here yesterday.
Oh, yeah, but yesterday was on my show. So it's
I mean, you were here. We saw you.
But you should at least miss me when I wasn't here.
I miss you. You good now?
No, I'm not really good because I know you're lying. You're just saying it just to make me feel better. So it's okay. Guys, so today's show.
I actually miss you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, God. Dear Diary, Kumasi miss me. Well, guys, let's get...
I'm so emotional right now.
I'm so emotionally downcast.
I'm emotionally constipated.
I quit this show.
I don't know what that is
I
about.
quit this show.
Anything that got constipation.
It is not it. So today we are going to talk. So yesterday, we did a great show. We did a great show yesterday, okay? And during the show, I think that's where this question derived from. You know, how people, especially in our society now, we're doing anything and everything just to feel like we belong. Because with this society, it's like the question is finding confidence in a society that your worth is based on what you have and who you're associated with. I don't know if you guys notice, like, there's in the society when there's like that one person that say has the biggest car or the biggest house, and it's like people respect them more. Or even the young kid that, you know, people quote unquote is making money is the one that, you know, if he can talk to anybody any type of way just because he has money. Or like people that are associated with like influential people, right? People look at them like in a very high like esteem, you know, it's like, oh, this person is officially making it. how do you find confidence? Let's say a young girl or a young boy who is in this, community, who also wants to feel like, oh, I'm doing something with my life. How do you find confidence in that without actually making certain decisions to go a different route? Because we know so many young men and women who are behind bars now or are doing certain things. I think yesterday we made a comment on the Dubai Porter party, right? And, scamming and so many things just because people want to live a certain lifestyle. But how do you find or navigate yourself through it if you don't want to do certain things? I'm going to start with the guy who does not miss me. The first guy who did not miss me, Kumase.
How do we find confidence?
How do you find confidence in a society where your only worth is based on who you have, what you have,
I think it's more of parenting, though.
Why do you always base it on parenting?
Because foundation is everything in this life. So the Bible says, train the child the way they should go, and when they grow, they do not depart from it. That's a common sense thing. Like when you instill some basic values and principles into your child or into your children, they wouldn't grow away from it. They may go sideways, but they will always remember. They will always have boundaries and say, in the home I'm from, we don't do this. In the home I'm from, we can't, associate with certain type of people. So I think our foundation is more important. First of all, we need to have values. Because if you don't have values, that's wherever the wind blows you, that's where you go. You need to have principles. It is true that your principle can be stretched. But still, when you have a form of principle, it guides you and leads you into where you want to go, maybe a good direction. We have to also make sure that our association is in our interest. You don't want to hang around with people because Bible says, right?
Yeah.
If you are with people that do not have principles, you end up being corrupted. Like when you are with people who do not have any aim, when you are with people who do not have like a goal to do anything in this life, you will be corrupted.
Of
so
course.
I personally feel like it all boils down to principles of the foundations of our raising. We have to raise our kids to show them the priorities of life. We are all focused on the beauties of life, but we are not focused on the value as a human being. And as a human being, you have to have certain value that this is what I believe in. Everything that I do, it has to have impact on my society. And that impact should be a positive impact. So if I am doing something that is bringing negativity into my society, my principles goes against that. And because of that, I cannot do it. How many of us have these kind of values and principles?
Okay.
That is the problem that we have. Because if we are being motivated by other people, it's a good thing, right? But why are we having a problem with the people that we are following? Because we don't have values and principles for ourselves to even determine that, no, I shouldn't follow this guy. I mean, when I listen to somebody 1, 2, 3 times, I know if I could keep listening or not. There are some people that I see on the internet that I've not even listened to before.
Yeah.
I know of them, but I've not. Why? Because I feel like their values and their principles does not align with mine. That is how I personally see it. So I think all these things boil down to your foundation, the foundation that was given to you. If you can never give what you do not have. So what you have is what you build on. So if you were given truth, if you were given discipline, if you were given hard work, if you were trained to be content with what you have, you don't care about whatever any other person has. You don't care about it because you have been trained to be content with what you have. And then it will always be with you. But if you are trained to be following what people do, I mean, I wouldn't even say train. If you were left to grow by yourself, your little mind will tell you that, oh, you got to follow this, you got to do this. This is the trend. This is what you follow everything. But where would that lead you? So this whole thing boils back to, parenting. But I will express it further when you come back to me again.
Big Mikey.
Yes, ma'am. So you were saying that in a society where people only value the rich and famous.
Like they value you based on what you have or who like you're associated with.
So there's like people from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think like a little bit of what Kumasi said. So I think that for me, like it doesn't really matter, right? But I think that when depends on the person that think that other people don't value them, because I feel like if you do not value yourself, like nobody's gonna value you, right? And then sometimes the way you feel about yourself makes you think that that's how other people thinks about you. So if you think yourself as like highly, you by default you are assuming other people think of you like the same way.
Yeah.
And then thinking of yourself as like somebody that is up there, and then your character or actions does not match it. So it's so I think it's a little bit of both, right? Our brain is a muscle. It's a muscle that we have to train. So I think NF has a line in the song that says, "If you tell yourself every day that you will never be great, you never be great."
Yeah, you will never.
That's just how it is. So society is always going to be there, right? We are the common denominator that we are also like like depending on like where you live or the people that you associate yourself with. And that's the reason why the last time that I was talking about like nurses or like other churches, when the nurses are gonna give offering, they keep like saying it.
Yeah.
And if our yardstick of success is to be a nurse, shows you how far we've gotten in life, like as a community, Ghanaian community. So like to some extent, I'll say that it doesn't matter what people think. It matters what you want to do. I think that like if you know what you want to do as a person, what you want to achieve, whether if you were to quantify it into like an amount and it's big or not, you don't care. You care more about like what kind of happiness it brings to you, and then like the influence that it'll have on like other people, right? For example, if I'm an artist and I'm going to school to do like arts and like painting arts, kind of thing, and then my family does not agree with it, like the people around me don't see any value in it, right? Then those same people go to Marshalls and buy like wall art.
They buy wall art,
whatever, and they don't even know who did it, right? So like that's just how it is. Like I think it depends on like how much work that you put in it. The thing is the discouragement is always gonna be there. People like your own people, are gonna discourage you, because in our Ghanaian community we are built in a way that if somebody opens a store and it's working for the person, the entire family wants the other people to also open a store. That's how like this whole like medical field, nursing, doctor career came about. So like, it got to a point. Like this morning, I was listening to a news, Good Morning Ghana, whatever. Yeah, and they were talking about like how if the system back then, like how to get into medical school in Ghana was like if they had like reduced the tension that was in there, because at that time you couldn't be a doctor if you were not like in a certain range of class.
Oh wow.
You couldn't even go to like take science in high school if you didn't make like a certain grade, and they're very strict about it. And then they look at it now and they're like, they would have produced more good doctors if they had like lessen like the tension in it. I'm saying it to say that like if you do not like put like a certain or like set like a certain agenda for yourself that okay, I'm gonna achieve this like this agenda. As long as it doesn't like infringe on other people's right, I mean, like just go for it and then do it. But as to like listening to people or like what somebody is doing to do what they're doing, it's okay to admire people. It's okay to have a role model, whether the person is rich or poor, right? I think what is not okay is just like following people like just to follow. When people say the slow motion is better than no motion, I disagree. Yeah. I'd rather have a direction than just keep speeding ahead, like going nowhere.
You go nowhere.
Exactly. So I think it starts with like knowing ourselves, right? Like if we don't take the time,
how you think you're gonna be able to know yourself?
Like that's so. I think that it starts with partially it starts with the things that you love, right?
Okay.
things that make you like things that you love. I think the problem that we have, we're like differentiating the things that we love and the things that we enjoy doing. It's like you can sit down all day and then watch TV. It doesn't mean that you love TV. In that instant, I think that the first thing that you need to do is like what gets you attracted to it. Is it like the shows that are on there, and do you see yourself doing that? Right? Like the last time you're talking to me and telling me about like you love to give your opinions, right? So from watching other people give their opinions, do you want to do it? And the reason behind it, like what makes you think that you want to do it?
The why.
The why. And now if the why, by your own judgment, is what the wow, give it a try.
Right.
Usually, if the why is what the wow, like on your first like take or like on your first trial, like you're gonna like embarrass yourself.
Right.
The agency or like the kind of faith that you have in yourself that will make you come back and redo it again, tells you that like you love to do
this
it
is
because you were disgraced, but you still
want to do it.
That's how like you know like that you love it. But then if you embarrass yourself and then like you backed out, that's not love.
There's no passion in there.
There's no passion, right?
I get that.
There are like a lot of things that we try to do. Like when you see it, it's so beautiful from like looking from the outside, and then like you know that okay, I want to do this. Then when you start doing it,
but is it for you?
It depends.
No, like you want to start doing it, but is it for you? You can start doing something because you see somebody do it, but is it for you?
Yeah, so like that. So that's the thing though. Like the fact that I see Jasmine doing radio does not mean I can do radio. Right? I admire Jasmine doing it.
Yeah.
But then if by watching Jasmine do it, if I feel like this is what I want to do, means I have to pursue it.
Of
that's
course.
Love. So like we don't set out to love people, and that's the reason the last time I still don't believe in like love at the first sight.
Of course.
Right. You have to try multiple things to fall in love with one. The one that, like, even though like you face like the biggest obstacle, but you still
keep going.
Kept going.
That's it.
That's the one, because like there were like other easier ones that like you could have done it, and like everybody's going with it.
Everything,
right?
yeah.
That's how it is. So like I think we need to study ourselves in a way that like I'll put it this way. You have a whole bunch of friends that are like they like a certain style of dress and certain like and then they are like in a certain career or like a certain range. Everything among them drags you towards like doing that because your friends are doing it, right? But then deep down like this is not
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even your parents are telling you to do like something, but then that's not. So usually like when I see people, there was one guy that I knew that Westbrook, like the basketball player, the way he dressed, that guy was dressing like that before Westbrook started dressing like that. And we all thought he was crazy, but then he was not. But then like he designs clothes.
He just set the trend.
Yeah, and
it's good. It's going good.
But then in the beginning, like in fact, some people thought he was.
Are you okay?
He was bent.
Yeah, but then he's not. Yeah, he has 2 kids now.
Oh wow!
Like there is no bent about it. It's just
he just knew what he wanted.
And yeah, like he would come, like he would lay out his plans, like he would tell you about like the things that he wants to do, like the things like this guy can go to the lake and then stand by a tree, like just watch and then like sketch something and then do like that design, like the embroidery in his shirt.
Oh wow, that's talent. That takes talent and creativity.
Exactly.
To do, yeah.
So it's not. I think that the problem that our community has is that we have this idea or notion that if it doesn't make you money,
you don't. Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Not even.
So that
if
is
it doesn't
what
make you money, it's not worth it. Like
yeah,
it's not what you should do.
Yeah, that's what and I keep saying our parents. That's why they failed us at, because they lived the life before us, right? So they should be able to guide us in certain things, but they are the one putting the pressures.
But a lot of times, I don't think it's intentional, though. They just want you to have, like, the security of a job. Like, let's say nursing, right? Nursing, no matter what state you move to, there's a possibility that you will have a job, right? But let's talk about radio. It will take a lot more compared, because I kept asking my mom, why are you so bent on me going into nursing school? And she was like, because even if you move to, like, UK or anywhere, you can still find a job. But with radio, it's a whole different direction. I think our parents do it from a place of security. You get what I'm saying?
I think our parents have not, or most of them, they don't understand like community or society, right? Because if you look at it like at the like lowest level, like not high level, lowest level. Let's say I'm a garbage truck driver, you're a nurse, he's a doctor. Shavy's just one guy that like just walked down the street and just like litter the place. Without Shavy, the garbage guy don't have a job. Without
it's a circle.
Societal structure.
Yeah,
exactly. So I think that once if they get to understand that, like they wouldn't force. They'll look at it this way: like as long as whatever that you love to do plays a role that benefits the society, I think they should.
But I think. Sorry.
So I think what our parents are doing is they are thinking at the lowest level of the structure. Yeah. They are only looking at job security as the purpose of the human being.
Yeah.
The purpose of the human being is not job security.
It's more than that. Yeah.
There is a lot of things that do you know there are some people they wouldn't marry, they wouldn't Kwame Nkrumah, the president Kwame Nkrumah say and yet the government and the forces say you need to have a wife. He wouldn't. Because his goal was to fix his country. That was his whole goal. Devoted himself. Kwame Nkrumah whatever. Fatia Kwanu that.
Wow.
You know, his goal was to build a nation. You understand? He didn't care about going to, but Kwame Nkrumah died without a land, a single land, without a single car, except the car that is at the mausoleum where they used. It wasn't his car; it was a government car. He didn't have a personal car, personal house. He didn't have a personal bank account. That's how that guy died. So we all come to this world with a purpose, and our purpose intertwine with each other, and that helps the society to function. And when you look at our parents, they are all about money, 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 money. You gotta find money, gotta find money, gotta find money. That's the reason why the world is like this. Yeah. So if I gotta find money, my parents are on me and gotta find money. I went to school to be a politician and I came in, no political party have hired me into their corner. I haven't formed any political party, and my parents, all they care is about job security. What do you think I'm gonna do?
Follow the trend
and that's why when these girls and guys come home with unknown source of money, their parents cannot question it.
Yeah.
Why would they be able to question? Because they are the ones pushing them to go find money.
Yeah.
So how can you question that? So what I'm saying is, in as much as that they are coming from a place of love, they have to understand. They are thinking at the bare lowest. Because if we live in a society and our parents and our society think that being a nurse is the standard. It's the lowest standard you could ever go. Because you are looking at somebody that's making $80,000 a year, right? Minus taxes. Let's say 50% of everything goes into tax. Can you do 50% of 60 for me? 80,000 for me. So let's say maybe you have like 58,000 or 59,000, right? This is a year. You have 3 kids. You have how many kids? You got 3 kids. You have a house that you pay. Let's say your house, your mortgage, everything in the house. Let's say $4,000 a month. 4 times 12 is what? 48,000. Plus what the kids are gonna.
Their clothing,
so
what's you're making
money?
Nothing.
So what's the money? But this is our standard.
But then the funny thing is, when I started working, I realized they don't really make anything. But I don't know why we push.
But what I'm saying is that is the standard. Yeah. So I'm saying that we are thinking at the bare minimum, right? 68. Okay, so you are not making money.
You're not making anything, though. I'm sorry.
Okay. So with this being said, that now that we have all this information, this is the highest that we have to achieve. But now this kid is looking on TV, and this kid is finding friends that are driving nice cars and doing all this. What do you expect this kid to do?
You're going to find other ways.
You see what I'm saying? So we have to teach our kids to be content with themselves. Yeah. You're beautiful. You're smart. There's no question that is a useless question. Express yourself. Do not allow anybody to intimidate you. These basic principles, when the kid understands, you understand? But we are not training the kids. We are not telling them. We are not questioning our kids where they are coming. I remember one day when I was a kid, I went to school and I came home with a brick game. My friend had a break game. For some reason, now when I get to a point in that, I found out that he stole it. So he stole the game from somebody. And because he stole the game, he couldn't take it home. But he knows the parents that he had. So he gave it to me. He knows I want to play again. So it's like, oh, Jay, the faculty kububi. Right? And he gives to me. So if I didn't have straight parents,
what happened?
I take the game home and my mom was like, what did I tell you about? Taking people. He beat me the whole night. The next day, my mom and I went to the school and we gave the game to the guy. That's why we found out that.
Yeah.
The game was stolen.
Oh, wow.
Because it was reported. They had reported it in the school, So, long story short, if we have a kid that knows to say, me to be phobia, they go me fear. That kid is not going to grow to steal people's money. Yeah. This thing is instilled in the child. Yeah. So, everything that we are going through, I'm telling you, it's based on parenting. Because there's nobody there to teach us what to do and what not to do. When you are trained, my grandfather told me that nobody respects you when you are always the last person in the room. Nobody respects you. That's why everywhere I go, I'm there 1 hour to time. Yeah. Because when you are on time, people take you serious. You understand? When you are always late, when you say something to people, they don't take it serious. Like, I can trust this guy. If he tells me he's going to be here at 10, he's going to be here at 11. Yeah. If he tells me he's going to be here at 10, he's going to be here at 12. You understand? Yeah. So for what my grandfather gave me, I live with it, and it's still with me. Like sometimes, I remember when I used to work at Honda, it's an hour to Honda. An hour drive to Marysville from my home. Many 3 o'clock, I just go shower and go. And sometimes I get in my car and I'll be sitting there, I have like 2 hours to spend. I'm in my car. My boss thought I was having problems at home because anytime he gets there, I'm in my car. It's like, what's wrong with this guy?
Are you okay?
So one time he called me, he's like, is everything okay at home? I was like, yeah. So, but why are you coming here at this time? I didn't even understand the question. It just hit me, oh, nah, I'm good. Because my eyes open at 3. If I sleep again, I'm gonna
be late.
So I just have to come to work. If I have to sleep at the parking lot,
I'd rather do that than I make it on time.
You understand? Yeah. So this is a principle that have been with me because my grandfather told me. My grandfather told me that when you go to every room, don't sit at the back, sit at the front. When people walk, when people are in there and they are talking to you, they respect the guys in front. Yeah. The guys that want to hide, they have no respect for them. So anytime I go somewhere, I want people to know I'm here. I'm sitting in front. I want you to see I'm here. Like you can't miss me. Yeah. You understand? When people start seeing you, if they have an offer, they're gonna look at you first. If you are the guy sitting at the back and you are hiding from the camera, you don't want nobody to see you.
That's me. I'm always hiding.
But you think about it, if somebody's hiding, what comes in your mind first?
It's like an inferiority complex.
No, those are like somebody like me. I'm always in front of the camera. So sometimes when I go places, I prefer just to be in the corner away from the camera. You get what I mean?
So there is I don't know if it's a myth or a truth. In corporate America, right? The guys that usually gets the raise, the big money, like that, the ones that get paid the most are the guys in front of the house. Wow. That are in every meetings. And for the most part, they are very approachable. They like to talk,
Yeah.
Talk. But then they get information from the guys that sit in the back.
But that's not even corporate America. That is our regular society.
Are you serious?
Yeah. All the guys,
anyone, I'll get it from the back.
Let me ask you this: when you were in school,
yeah.
The guy sitting at the back and the guy sitting at the front, whom were those that the teachers had relationship with?
The front.
Yeah.
The front.
They always, everywhere you go, the ones that dress nice, shake your hands, look at you in the eyeball, talk
I
to
need
you,
to restructure my life. Wow.
I didn't know, right? I didn't know. So my manager told me, he was like, I know what you can do. I know, you can, you just do it, you send it out or whatever. But I need you to be
step up,
be approachable. Yeah. So he assigned me course, right? Like communications course.
Damn.
Yeah,
He petty.
seriously.
No, he likes it. That's why he's like,
Yeah.
I gotta help this guy.
Yeah. And then like he made me do like presentations, right?
Wow.
Yeah, because he's like, because usually like he would come to me and then get the
It's
data.
like you're too good. You're
and
too
then
good at what you're
Be
doing, but you're
it.
hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like he would take it because he's like, I can let you stay there, but then you cannot make it. You cannot make a case for your raise, right? But then if they see you, because these are the guys, I don't catch a paycheck. They do.
They cut it.
So like if you are the ones that, like if you go out there, then it's okay. Yeah, we know what he's doing, whatever. Even though like they know what you're doing, but because like they don't interact with you, they
They
don't know,
might not see your value.
Exactly. That's how it is.
So when I used to work at Avnet, there used to be a company in Groveport. I used to work for Avnet. It was IT. I would say IT kind of company. You know, we work with modems and what we call it, computers and stuff like that. And then the CEO came over. Nobody knew who the CEO was, you know. But one time I'm working, I'm so tired. I was wiping some hard drives. Yeah. And then this guy, as I was working, I turned around and I saw that one of the cats was just going tilting over. So I ran and kind of arranged the stuff and all that. So this guy was watching me, right? I didn't know he was watching me. He came over to where I was and said, "Hey, man, what's your name?" I told him my name. You know, when he said, "Hey," so I reached out with my hand and I kind of greeted and said, "Hey, how you doing?" He said, "Good, good." I said, "What's going on? I've never seen you here." He said, "Oh, I was just walking around. I saw you, running over there." "What were you doing over there?" I said, "I saw the cat tilting, so I was just trying to make sure that the drive don't drop." So, "Oh, okay. That's about who's in charge of that area?" I said, "He's gone home. His shift is done. He's gone home, and I'm here." So when I saw it, I was like, "Okay, good. Can you tell me about this place?" Now I was kind of, who is this guy?
Who is he?
Something just was like, I was like,
who are you?
Who are you? Like, so like, I wanted to have, who are you to tell me to tell? And I asked him, "I know your name." He said, "Oh." So when he mentioned his name,
he's
boss is here. Next level.
I don't know if he thought I should have known who he was. Maybe. Because maybe his photo is everywhere. So, but I honestly didn't recognize it. So I was like, who are you? So when he said that, I said, "I'm only asking that because I don't want to share some information." And that. Guess what? We had a nice conversation. I had a nice conversation with him. He went to my boss and told my boss that I need a raise.
Oh, wow.
Straight. The next week I get $5 raise. And then this is, I think, 2014, 15, thereabout. I was making like $13 or $14.
So that's a huge difference.
He gave me $5 raise. Wow. So my boss, Bobby Wallace, he came to me. He said, "What did you say to him?" I said, "Nothing. We were just having a conversation." He was like, "I really want to know the conversation that you guys were having." I was like, "We were just talking about this place." Because he asked me, before I even knew who he was, he asked me, "What do you think about this company?" I said, "This company have potentials to grow. It really have potentials to grow, but we need more people." Because people we are dealing with hard drives. We are making sure it's formatted right. Some of the drives will be running for like 3 days. We have to make sure it's done right. And if we don't have more people, it's like we are always behind. And this is before I even got to know who he was. So I spoke with him with a good heart. So he went to my boss and I get $5 raise.
Gang.
But I've seen guys that when people trying to talk to them, they're trying to give you an answer and just walk away. They look at you like you are running. Why are you running? There must be something wrong with you.
Yeah.
It's either
what are you hiding?
Yeah, you are not confident.
Yeah.
You don't understand what you are doing. You are so you are so particular about yourself that you don't want to make a mistake. And anybody that don't want to make a mistake, it means he doesn't want to learn.
Wow.
So that's the situation. So my grandfather taught me all this thing at the age of 6. So I knew that when I walk into the class, before I leave in the place, people should know my name before I leave. So everywhere I go, I leave my name. I'll make sure I leave my name before I leave.
You gonna remember my
You're
name
gonna
by the
remember
time
me
I
before I
leave.
leave.
I like that.
That has always been me. So I come somewhere, we are all sitting there. If everybody, so I try to start a conversation. Before I leave, who's that guy?
That guy.
I left my name and I leave. So if somebody get an opportunity, they could say, oh, what's that guy, that kid?
Yeah.
You know. But if nobody knows your name, you come in, you're a smart guy, and then you go behind the computer and you don't want to talk to nobody and you don't want to do anything.
Yeah. That was like, you know,
It's like today's show is coming for me. Wow.
Honestly, I mean, it's really good. Like usually, like it's good when somebody sees it and the person want to help you.
Yeah.
Usually, like bosses don't care, but then like when they show you, because if this was like 2 or 3 years ago, I probably wouldn't be sitting here. Like I wouldn't do it.
You're like,
Yeah.
mind my
But
business.
then like, it's funny because like, you know,
But do you feel like as you're doing this, you are getting more confident?
yeah. Because
I
now,
remember when
like,
Big Mike's first show though, and now it's like Big Mike be coming for us. Like,
yeah,
So-
because like,
there's like
you
a
know,
huge difference.
yeah, you know, and it's funny like what, like, you know, those 2 hour 3 hour like courses can do for you. Like,
Yeah.
when you actually like not just play and then go sit somewhere, but like when you actually
You sit on
Pay
it and
attention.
say, this is what I'm gonna do.
yeah, like it's really good. It makes you think every questions that are thrown at you, like you know how to answer them, right? So when I see people go on the media, right, and then they know their position on something, right, but then they cannot, because they are for like a certain particular group, they kind of like speak against it. But whatever is going on, like they're against it, right? There is a way to stay neutral, but then the way that they do it, it's obvious. Like you know that like they're against it, but because they are part of like a certain group, they cannot.
Yeah.
Like communications can like help you do that. Like honestly, so like there is a way to like discuss anything in this world and stay neutral. Like in your mind, you are on a certain side, right? On one side, but then what is coming from your mouth, right, makes you stay neutral. Yeah.
I'm gonna work on that. That's a period. Drop Mike, bro.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of things that we've not been taught.
Because like for me, right, I have imposter syndrome, right? Imposter syndrome in a way like when I'm on radio, I don't care. When you put me in front of a camera, I don't care. I'm going to speak. But when I get in front of people, like Master say, like you sit in front. When I get in front, like in my head, I'm like, hold on, do I sound dumb? Like I overthink everything. So it's like I'd rather hide in the back.
So
That's
which
me.
one is easier, like presenting or speaking on the radio?
Speaking on the radio, I'm easy. I'm good to go.
So presenting.
Yeah.
So,
like when I have to, like, let's say I go somewhere, let's say I can introduce myself with confidence, right? I can, speak with confidence, but then sometimes in my head it's more like, you don't belong. Do you belong here? Do you, what are these people thinking about you? That kind of vibe. That's me.
Part of it is, for me personally, I attribute that to like the way we were taught in school, like from Ghana, right? Because when I look at like the way kids over here, I'll use my kids right, like the way that they learn certain things and the way we learned when we were we were taught like chew and pour, shianako koka, right? So when you miss one word, so when you miss like one word, it becomes like a problem, like you're scrabbling. But over here, like they are taught in a way that they digest like the concept, right? Which means so I can say be a friend saying like matter is anything that has weight and then can occupy space, right? Like that concept. When you chew and pour and see when he missed one word, he still knows what he's talking about.
Same way my grandfather taught me. My grandfather said this to me: anytime you finish a class and you cannot teach the class, it means you failed the class. Ooh. So that's why me, when I even write stuff that I write to understand.
Same here, like
reading.
Like when I read something, I don't have to
say that again, because we're going to cut that part. That's needed. Say that again.
Yeah, my grandfather taught me that if you finish a class and you cannot teach that class, you fail the class.
My God, wow.
So I've always. That's why when you and I are having conversation, I keep asking you questions. Sometimes I get frustrated. I'm not asking the questions to provoke you on. I'm asking for myself to be able to understand, because I want to be able to walk to the next room and Mike asked me, what did Jasmine say? And I don't have to recall.
You can see
What you
it
say?
verbatim.
I can say exactly what. Even if not verbatim, I should be able to understand what you meant and explain it to Mike for Mike to understand.
But you know me, when somebody keeps asking me the same question over again, anxiety kicks in.
Yeah, a lot of people, because you start thinking that, is he trying to run a bait on me?
Yeah,
That's
so then
the
I
thinking.
shrink.
It's a.
I'm putting myself out here. I'm going to
like it's that kind of thinking. Because you see, it's like a premeditated form of thinking.
Yeah.
We've assumed before I open my mouth to say something, you've assumed what I mean by that question.
Yeah.
So you've already determined what I want to say to you. Yeah. So in your mind, you are. Yesterday when we were having the conversation, and you and I were going back and forth, and I kept asking you, "Are you gonna take that photo with your face on it?"
Yeah.
In your mind, I could tell you were trying to say that. He's trying to say, I do that.
Yeah, because I'm kind of like, hold on. When I went home, I had to watch the show again. I was like, wait, why did
That's not what I mean. Yeah. Because when we sit here for everybody. None of these things that we are doing is about us.
Yeah, it's not.
We are doing it for people, right? So that girl that is sending that photo, that question, I'm asking for her. You're going to take that because I want you to say yes or no. If you're going to say yes, you're going to take it with your phone. I'm going to tell you it's dumb to do that. So I'm waiting for a yes or no to happen. Mm-hmm. If you said no, then I'm going to say, okay, because he said no, if that photo gets out, who knows this is you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me, I believe don't take with your face.
But if your face is on it,
everybody going to know who it is.
Like
You've given them
put a receipt on it. Right? So that is it. But most people will start thinking for you, what's he trying to say? What's he trying to say? So instead of listening to what I'm saying, you are listening to reply me.
Yeah.
And that's why people offend people when they're having normal conversations. Because you are always listening to the person just to reply the person. Yeah. You're not listening to understand. My grandfather told me that no question is a dumb one. Yeah. Because when you could ask a question and somebody think it doesn't make sense. Yesterday, I made a mistake with her. When she was speaking, sometimes she whines around a little bit. Mm-hmm. As she was whining, I couldn't have time, so speeded that. But when she finished her point, I had never thought about that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When she finished her point, I had never thought about that. And these are some of the things that my grandfather used to say. When somebody's speaking, get time for them. Process whatever they say.
Yeah, but sometimes the speaker also has to
articulate properly.
It is true. It is true. But also not all of us
can articulate out. Yeah.
So let's say with our sister, as she's making the point, you're like, oh God, what she say? Mm-hmm. I'm not getting it. And one time I even have to have a personal conversation with her like that. Like when you are saying things, sometimes I have to struggle to understand.
Yeah.
Sometimes that when Mike is speaking and I'm listening to Mike, I could tell what exactly that with his first statement. I know exactly what he did because the point is made in the first statement. And I've realized there are some people that also will run around about it and the point comes at the last minute. So we are different. So we all have to figure a way
to accommodate.
You understand? So all these things was exposed to me when I was young. So when I'm dealing with people, and that's why sometimes because I ain't got time, bro. But sometimes you have to. You have to because so let's say if you are speaking and you're speaking around, and I do not allow you, you know what that says of me? I put somebody that cannot do the job on the show. Mm-hmm. And now I'm the same person trying to embarrass
this person. Yeah.
Like, you understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
So these are little things that we have to know. We don't have ourselves. Why? Because a lot of our parents have been insulting us since we were kids. You're dumb. Everything you say is dumb. You're ugly. You are this. You are this. Yeah. So the kid grows like that. You understand? So there's a lot of things that happen in our childhood that shapes us to be who we are this way. So be a makeup. Now I'm on for like it. The photos are this young girl is sitting home thinking that that's the way.
Yes,
that's the way. And now you have young kids having kids, and they also think for their kids to be beautiful, they have to go this way. So you have a 5-year-old kid with a hair like a 22-year-old woman.
Yeah. You know, I've actually been asked that question before about this whole makeup stuff before. And I think I said it when we were in the other side, that I do it because I want to show you that you can be with or without it. Because there are so many people that will not leave their house even without makeup. Because this is the society we... And if I have to be honest, a lot of times people see you as... When you have makeup on, a lot of young girls, especially when they go the makeup route, people feel like they're more beautiful when they have makeup on compared to when they don't. And that's something a lot of women deal with, though.
Yeah, so it's
but if you don't know who you are, then you fall for it. But then we live in a society that this is what you have to deal with.
Do you have to?
Me personally, I don't care.
Yeah,
Me
that's
personally,
what I mean. Like,
I don't care.
I don't think anybody have to.
No, because I come from I've been in a situation where family members have literally pointed. I had a family member one time.
Yeah, but that's your opinion, though.
While we're doing the show, text me next time you make up kakra.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but like that's your opinion, though.
I understand, but let's say if I didn't, let's say if you are a child and this is supposed to be somebody that's supposed to protect you. Right, it's saying that this is what. So I'm just saying that based on what Kumasi had said, where you come from, because I've had that happen several times. They will text you while literally, next time you make up kakra. Yes, sir, you make up kakra.
People are going to I remember when I used to be a translator at church, and one day I wear a smock church, as one of the elders called me and they said, "You have to dress like the way the pastor. You are an extension of the pastor." So you have to dress like the way the pastor
Did you
dress.
agree?
I didn't agree. I didn't agree to that. So in my typical Kumasi would be like, well, they put money down. I'll dress exactly like. I'll call him, what are you wearing? What suit? What color?
Let me match you.
If you're going to put... I didn't let that bother me.
Yeah.
I had my answer right there.
Yeah.
What was it? Because of who you are.
No, it's
no, because Kumasi, you are, like you said, you're a very principled person in who you are and what you are doing. There are people like me. It took me a long time for me to appreciate even my own natural hair.
so
Right? Because when you come from, you might be like, oh, okay, I knew who I am, whatever. But when certain people say it, when it comes from certain people, it's different. Like, okay, even career-wise, recently, my mom and I my mom was fighting with me to do nursing. I don't know if I told you, my mom was fighting. Even tried to convince my dad. My dad did not even agree to me doing media until Ohima Wegehe. And then the final... I don't know why I keep calling her that. But then the final... Ohima Wegehe was the one that convinced my dad that I can do it. But he still didn't even approve until he came here. And then when Kumasi and I were doing a show and he sat in it, then he realized the seriousness in what we are doing. And his comment was, I never saw the seriousness in you doing radio till you joined Revolt. That was my parents' comment. But recently, my mom was arguing with me about nursing. Oh, you have to do nursing. And I'm like, this is not for me. So I was like, I'm going to test it out. So I started working at a hospital, right? And then I called her. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Because I finally realized who I was. Right. But a lot of these kids, parents can push them. As much as you may know who you are, there are certain people in your life when they say certain things, it changes what you want. It really does.
So what Kumasi,
like right now, if I'm doing radio and Kumasi tells me, Jasmine, you suck, trust me, it's going to affect me for life.
Okay.
I'm being honest.
When I say...
If I'm ever doing like radio and then you tell me like, Jasmine, you suck, stop it. It's going to affect me. I'm going to stop. Because there are certain people you hold their like opinion in like a very that's honest truth.
Okay, so this is one thing my grandfather told me.
I need to
so
meet
far as he's there.
I wanted to meet him.
I never like this man. Yo, I call my grandfather and this man don't even know who is speaking to him. I'm like, what the heck? I'm supposed to be your favorite.
Apparently you were not.
like, this guy forget me like that. I say my name, he's like, like I was
who born you?
You forget about? Yeah, but my grandfather told me that so far as you feel that thing in your heart, like in your heart, this is what nobody's opinion should change.
My God.
It doesn't matter how you respect the person. Like so far as you know in your heart, I didn't know I'm gonna be involved in media. But I've always known that since I was a kid, I'm the guy that says, keep quiet and everybody keep quiet. I was that guy. So I knew that I was going to do something about speaking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
Like I've always knew. I didn't know it was gonna be something like this, but I've always known that my words are very powerful. I have a special type of voice that anytime I speak, people just like, who's that guy? You know, especially when I decide to sit at the back. Yeah. You know, so I've always been like that, and since then that I knew that my father wanted me to be a pharmacist.
Yeah, you did say that.
My father pushed me, and because of that, we still don't really, you know. But I believe in. I think sometimes he may sit down and think like, if you had listened to me, you've been in America for all these years, you would have been a pharmacist. You probably be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you probably did it. But guess what? So far as I am doing something that makes me happy, that creates employment for other people, that creates impact in my society. Even if like I told you the other time, even if I don't make it big in media and you make it, that's it for me. That's it for me. I can say that, when Chevy and Jasmine came around me, I was able to build them to this. Yeah. And they've been able to achieve it. That's me. I'm not even worried about what people think. And that a lot of people, they will see you like, my brother is a doctor now. And I went to church one day, and one of the church elders, he said, "Uni and I doctor." And I was all there.
I've had that, yo.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've had that happen recently, bro.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Uni say, "Uni and I doctor." And I was so there.
Damn.
Well, I said, "Wow, okay."
How did you feel?
I didn't feel anything.
Well, I'm asking the wrong person. I would have been
hurt. I
hurt.
love my brother.
It's like, how is he supposed to feel?
No, because the day Cynthia graduated, right, I hid myself and cried. Because I was like, dang, calm down. I don't want to go to school. It's not by force. But then the way some people say it hurts, Kumasi.
Yeah, so.
Let's be honest.
But you see, the point is you have to build yourself for these things because they are going to come. Yeah. Let me tell you.
Don't stick beside radio.
It's going to come. People are going to, even at work, it's going to come. The podcast, I was like, I said, well, we shall be there. We'll be out in a lie. I don't know. Philly said, this is what he want to do. I'm happy for him, but he doesn't even know about this. I haven't get a chance to even speak to him about it.
Oh, wow.
We'll be out in a lie. I don't know person where Saturday. Me quiet Saturday and that day don't be me. I talk too much. So I said I talk too much to be a doctor. Obi Wahwa or no so no. I can't stand. I don't want to see people in their low moments. That's not me. I don't want to be the guy that when somebody's dying, I have to run to. Yes. I can't do that. Seeing people in their low moments kills me. Yeah, I can't do it. So and they're no credit, and guess what? When he said that, he said to be Roman Kasasem.
Wow.
I said to him, how I'm sorry. But he said, how am I sorry? I'm saying, I'm about to be on the real bit a fan. So it also set the enmity between you and your brother.
Yes.
And then the next day you start looking at your brother like, you think you're better than me.
Yeah, and some people go that route.
And it's not their fault.
It's
not his fault. It's not his fault that he decided to do something that he loves.
Yeah. And he's good at it. You know.
Let me sit here one day and then CNN comes and say, hey, we are poaching you. The next day they're gonna go to him and it's like, that's life, bro. That is life. you know what I'm saying?
Is life.
So people will always speak.
I don't understand. Like, bro, cool down. If I wanted to go to school, I would go.
Yeah, people always talk like that.
Yeah, I think the comparisons like in our community is too much, and that's why the topic that you gave, if there's anybody that is feeling like kind of depressed, because maybe in his circle, everybody like probably has a career or is doing something. I mean, not all careers make money.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. But then I think I'm hoping that our older people that goes to church, like the pastors will like have a conversation with them. Because usually I think that when we do, like when we sit down here and like they know that what we're saying is right or is true, but then because we are not like quote unquote like pastors, doesn't stick with them. Like we are not speaking by the doctrines of the Holy Spirit.
That's what they think.
Yeah, so they're not gonna take it, because the example that Kumasi gave, right? Anybody else outside of Kumasi, anybody else would have probably like stopped talking to his brother or a friend.
Yeah.
Because like the man just planted a seed, like, oh yeah, this guy's not better than, like, he's not even in your like, you know. So by default, even if your brother is trying to like come close to you, you'll be pulling
away
because you feel like I did be as I said, right? Like knowing that be like somebody that's not like you, but then like the person is putting up like a facade.
Yeah.
That, oh, like you know, it's so disrespectful.
It's deadly.
Yeah.
It's deadly.
You know? So like the man almost did, like, I want to think that was like unintentional.
I feel like it was an innocent comment.
But you see,
because a lot of them make it out of innocent.
No, you see, that's how they kind of make it look.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not. When I come to you and say, Jasmine, once I say Cynthia ewie school when you edume. Ode won bo Cynthia. Because I say in the end of life on an who say you.
No, I've already had that, so it's okay.
That is not. That's sinister. That kind of statement has some sinister motive behind it.
Yeah. I've had
you understand?
that.
So if you are not a strong person,
you're gonna fall.
You're gonna think like. So when you see your brother, so normally what is gonna happen is you see your brother or your sister, and you start thinking, so she better than me.
Yeah.
She better than me. Because she's a nurse. Because she's this.
She's this,
She thinks she's better than me.
Yep.
Okay. Nti ubo hu se wunu ya ne ka asem bi a enye hia. Na ne ho ye wo. And then she doesn't know what she has done to you.
Yes.
It's like, why are you being aggressive on me?
Yeah.
And then out of frustration, if it's all your nurse, if it's say, if it's obey, say, if it's all your better. This woman has never offended you in any way.
Yeah.
And then guess what? If this woman is married, let me even use the guy. If this guy is married, the wife will say, I've told you. I always tell you this. And this guy.
Backing vocalist.
Jealous.
Back up. No, he's jealous of you.
Yeah.
Anytime he comes, I keep telling you. But you see? It
happens.
That's how they set it up. They know. They know because they perceive certain things for you.
Yeah.
There was this guy that was wanting to be a state representative, something Pepra. Kwame Pepra, something here. The guy was here.
Oh yeah, the Ghanaian guy. I remember him. I can't remember his name, but I remember him.
He came to our church one day.
I remember him.
And one of our elders, he came to me. He said, "Man, come on, this is the kind of thing I want you to be." And I look at it. I said, "That's why I went to school for politics. What you think I went to school for politics?" He said, "Yeah, but look into it. Look at how this guy said it. I can say his name, Obriebois. He said, but look into it. Maybe there's an avenue where you can stand for something, even if something little, because you can do it."
That's different.
You see the two difference?
That's different.
You see the two difference?
Yeah.
There is when somebody is looking for your best interest.
Yeah.
And he said, imagine, say, you want sorry now you walk, you crawl for
officers.
If anything, you guys can fight for us.
But that's a positive way.
So you see how he put it.
Yeah.
And look at how this guy put it.
Yeah.
This guy intentionally tried to pinch me against my brother.
Yeah.
This guy is actually looking at it like, bro, like I'm looking at the church. He probably thinking about the church. Probably not even me. Yeah. He's looking at the church. How can we help the church? Yeah. Then when we have somebody at the offices, they can help us.
Yeah.
He's looking at it, but this guy can do the same job that this guy came here to do.
Yeah, maybe
why am I not going to push him to go over there?
Maybe better.
So you see, that is the same thing. Harrison is over there. You think if Harrison get any move, he's not coming to his church?
He goes to his church first.
That's the point.
He always does.
So that was the same thing the man was trying to push me like, yo, don't you think you should, look into these kind of things? It's from a place of love. But when you come to me and say, "Oh, see, I know or yeah, me and any young like that's sinister to me. That's like you have a motive.
But that's very common
But
in the
I
African household.
didn't want to.
Yeah, right. It doesn't make it right.
I wanted him to look stupid without insulting him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not gonna insult you.
But I'm gonna tell you something you're gonna think about.
I know he's gonna think. I know anytime he sees me, like, he thinks about that. Like I'm gonna live in his mind.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, anytime he sees me, he's gonna call me.
It's good because next time
you can call somebody stupid without calling them stupid. But then it's very common in our African society, especially when it comes to marriage. Like I'm in a group where all my friends are married. Even all the friends I've distanced from I'll say even my current circle, all of them are married except my sister Cynthia and myself. But at least Cynthia now has a degree, so it covers her. I remember a friend of mine got married later, like what Kumasi said, it created animosity between them because then I was always looking at her like, because whenever we went places, they held her in like a respectable esteem, and I was just there. No, when I was single one. No. So I even started like looking at her like, do you know, are you better than me? You know, so
easy.
It's very common.
Yeah.
The only person when she graduated I didn't care was Cynthia because I was like, that's still my sister. Like I really don't care because I chose the path of media and business. You know, but I was just saying that's Kumasi. That's very common. Yeah. But that's what our society is doing.
So I think my grandfather did a good job on me. He did. I didn't live with him, but any time that he put something in my mind that lives with me forever. Yeah. So me myself, I have the confidence that nobody can intimidate me. Yeah. Just say, when I agree to do something in the space before I agree, I know I'm gonna do it. Yeah. None of these guys on the social media can pressure me
to do something you don't want to do.
Yeah. To do something that sometimes I remember. One time, me and my brother, we were talking about trying to get a house. You know, we used to talk about it, Charlie. We need to get a house. And one day he called me. He said, "Oh, Charlie, when your house in the view." Actually, there was somebody there, so he didn't want to say it for the person to hear. So we are all sitting like 3 people sitting there. So he sent me a message. So we were dealing on the message. And I remember it like it was yesterday. This is like 2018 thereabout. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He asked me, what do you think about this house? At that time, I think I was guessing with my pay, right? I said, you sure you can pay this? He said, yeah. I said, then go for it. Yeah. He said, why are you asking that if I can pay it? I said, because I don't want you to come to me and say, hey, I need some money.
I mean, few.
Like, and you know, right after that, we never talked about the purchase again. The next day that he called me, I was going to check the house before he made the purchase. I went over there. I said, shit, I didn't even, in the pictures, it wasn't like this. It looked bigger in person than in the pictures. So you like it? I said, yeah, it's a nice house. You know, the kids are going to. He paid it. When the time comes for me to also get my little one, I got it. Yeah. You understand?
There's times and seasons for everybody.
There's no competition.
But even that day, even when my brother bought his house, now we went to my brother's house.
People started comparing.
Somebody asked me, it was what to be Anna.
I hate when they do that.
I don't see their view. Or see how background, you know, London is song.
Like, bruh.
I'll tell you what somebody told me.
Cool down, my pocket in your pocket.
Guess what?
What happened?
That same woman that was telling me that live in an apartment like I do.
Make it make sense. Let me get angry. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But why do they do that? When I moved into my apartment.
My wife thinks that when people see you, they just want to speak. That's what my wife thinks.
Shut up.
My wife just thinks that they speak because they have seen you.
But wait, why? But then does everybody... I have a question. Do we all have to own a house? Because when I first moved recently, right, and I was telling them, one of my aunties that, this is the apartment I'm moving into. Mind you, my apartment price, you can find a house for that type of mortgage because I pay, you know, and it's worth it. And my auntie was like, because mind you, around the same, Cynthia had moved to a house I think 3 weeks prior to me moving my apartment. So like what Kumasi was saying, it was a safety that I have, and a compare house. No, prior to that, because that's the reason I kept asking about house rentals, because I was okay. I just want peace of mind. So let me just go rent a house. Yeah. Then I heard the rules that come with renting a house, because I was like, let me just go, because Cynthia was also getting a house. So let me also just get a house just for the fun. But then some houses like, oh, you have to mow your own lawn. I was like,
all houses.
I mean,
no, like even no, when you were renting, right? Yeah, so when I read it, I was like, are you mowing your lawn? I was like, so I called some auntie kept pressuring, oh, get a house too. And I'm saying, I'm not moving into a house. And they even went to the extent of calling my dad. So my dad calls me, like, why are you moving into an apartment that's equivalent to like paying more? And I told my dad, in my apartment, BB say right now, guess what happens? Somebody's coming to fix. So I was like, somebody's coming to fix it when something breaks. I was like, Daddy, I don't have to pay for more. It comes with free gym. Yeah. And I kept listening to that. Then I was like, I'm not ready for that responsibility of owning a house. Yeah. Because Cynthia has gotten it, God bless her. I'm happy for my sister. But I like my apartment. Yeah. But then it became like almost 3 weeks conversation. Family meetings. Buy a house. You're 20 something.
We were raised.
Like, bruh.
And that's what I think we should do. Big Mike, you and I should be able to teach these kids that, we thrive together.
Yeah.
Instead of the competition.
Hey,
because
she wins, I win.
Our mothers and our grandmothers, they were all raised based on competition.
Yeah.
Hey, down for you, cool. Now they're there.
My household is
and then
funny.
What are you doing with your life?
Your younger sisters are doing business. Your younger sisters are making money.
And what are you doing? And because
I'm doing
of
radio.
that,
I talk.
You can only give what you have. So sometimes, I don't really fault them.
No, because
but it's hard. But Kumasi, it's really hard.
Even for me, right? I was renting a 2-bedroom apartment, right? And then even one time, I think I told Kumasi that like I'm not ready to buy a house.
Yeah.
You've always said that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not ready to buy a house. For me, in my life, happiness comes first.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so when we first moved here, we were living in a 2-bedroom apartment in Pickering. But then I realized that my son wanted his own room. So like my whole idea of like moving to a house or like renting a house was because of him.
He wanted his own space.
Yeah. And then when I checked like the 3 bedrooms in an apartment in Pickering, it was like $2,200.
It's equivalent to getting a house.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'll rather just go and rent a house. And then lo and behold, when I like went like looking for a house, it was much cheaper than the 3-bedroom in the apartment. I was like, you know what? Then I'll just go with that one. And even when the people were like, oh, like you should have just like sacrificed to like you were right. I'm like, sacrifice
for what?
Like sacrifice, like we only live once.
I keep telling my family
they don't have all the variables.
That's the problem, because I keep telling them like, bruh, when I walk into my apartment, it's okay. You've not been there yet. You've been to my apartment. Kumasi, it's nice. When I walk in there, I'm like, it looks better than people's houses.
Chevy's apartment. Have you been there?
Is it close? Is it like mine?
Chevy don't live in any apartment though.
Is it the same as mine? Is it similar?
The old apartment that Chevy used to live in, the old one, that area was nice.
No, Kuma, at least in an apartment that you open your door, you're like, yes, I did that. Why would I go get a house when it's just me? Like, why?
Yeah, honestly, it's...
But since when buying a house become an achievement? I understand that, like,
it is our society.
On the tax aspect of it, right? I understand that, right? And what... You guys own houses. What is the purpose of owning a house besides an apartment?
Equity.
Besides that, besides those two,
I personally got it for space.
Yeah. Okay, I like space.
I personally got it for space because I get more space. I have a loft, where if I have to think, I just go get in there. I have space. Mm-hmm. Like my wife needed more room for her necessary stuff that she has.
Why you kind of put my sister out here?
Very necessary stuff.
That's coming from my sister.
So she needed space. Yeah. And sometimes I personally I like space. When I sit in my bedroom, I have a huge bedroom where I could put a couch in and I like to pace and
but
think.
It's about peace, right? You have your peace. So if
peace
you own an apartment and there's peace.
My goal is not
competition.
So this is what, now that we have realized this, because sometimes I think we have behaved in certain ways that we didn't even know that people pushed us to behave.
Yeah. People are buying houses that they could not afford.
You realize that, why was I mean to my friend?
Yeah.
competition.
Somebody's trying to set us
Yeah.
against each other.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, your friend sees you and want to advise you.
Like, don't advise me.
like, you know what I'm saying? Your friend sees you.
I want to
like,
put my mom on blast.
what advice?
You know, I remember
Don't
those.
say that again.
Yo, I remember that friend of mine graduated college, right? And then they called family meeting, and they brought this friend. Mind you, I was making more than this guy, but because they had finished college and they had a job, they brought him to advise me. And I'm sitting in the family meeting, I'm like, how much do you make? Yeah. And I'm sitting there like looking at my mom like, how much does he make? Just all he has a college degree, but he works at Panera Bread. Make it make sense.
You got a paper.
Yeah, so
I need bro, if I want to talk about, I've been through it, you guys, I've been bullied.
But
I've been bullied.
like you said,
I have suffered.
your mother has been indoctrinated to believe that this is the way to go.
Yeah.
And she thinks she's trying to do her best for her daughter.
Yeah.
You know?
My bro.
But those guys that don't give a damn about you, that sees you outside and they try to act like I have your best interest. They start trying to compare you to people and they try to. Me, if I call you my friend, I call you my brother. Anytime I see anything wrong with you, I'll be like, oh, bro, don't
Yeah.
do this. It's not competition to me.
But it's coming from a place of love.
Me, I'm trying to. I feel like anybody that associates with me should do better.
Of course.
You know? So if you are going somewhere and you are raggedy, and I feel like you shouldn't go there with. Or sometimes you're not even raggedy, just that the way you are dressed, it's
not appropriate.
It's not appropriate for the place. And I'll be like, bro, you know,
Yeah.
I'll say something in a nice way. Mm-hmm. You understand? But these guys, they intentionally trying to shame you.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll make you feel worthless.
I'm telling you. Like one guy that we used to go to church with, like, you know, he bought a house. And like, a few people bought a house, and they're like, oh, why didn't I want to? Like, and at that time when they started, I told one lady, and then, like after I said it, I felt bad. I was like, what's your not told? And I'm going so man, miss me here with down payment. Almost say 40,000 will be. And then she just kept quiet. She just like she was surprised, like
that you give her that.
Yeah, she was just like, see, and then I just walked away. You know, so like, yeah, because my thing is, you cannot like tell people like how, you know, I'm not saying that a grown man or a grown person that does not need advice, right? But it's just like the way how you
put it, how you say it. I'm open to that.
You know, and then every time that they're saying it, they make a reference to somebody that you are close with, that have like, you know, bought a house or something.
Yes.
You know, and to me, it's just bad. It's like inciting a war.
Yeah.
Between, you know, like two countries. You see
that person unnecessary
it's really bad when it's between brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really bad because these are the people that you can do without.
You're close to them.
They're always going to be in your presence. And anytime you see these people, it's in your mind. Like, this guy. It's crazy. Like, when this person does something that you disagree with, you start thinking.
So you
so he thinks he's better?
You think you're better?
I'm going to show him today.
I'm better than you.
And then you try to set him up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're trying to make... Also, at this point, all what you get is your brain, right? So you're trying to make everybody see that he's stupid.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time.
So sometimes you do it without even realizing.
And then sometimes it's not society. Sometimes it's us.
No, not really. So
no. Sometimes it might not be people comparing you. Or like
so unless like from what Kumasi is saying, unless somebody incites this, then right? Like because usually, if I'm your friend, right? And you went to nursing school, you completed, and you know you got your license. Now you're working. By default, most of us are like happy for you until somebody used you. Then like I said, oh, she Jasmine, she say baby with you, I show, and then like your mind goes there because believe me, like your mind is not half the time your mind is not even there.
So you don't feel like you could be sitting because I think I have had a. Right when I was just sitting there watching Instagram, and you know I'm seeing. I will honestly say it was somebody getting married, right? Nobody had said that was before the pressure started, right? And I'm looking at this, but I'm like, but your beauty and my beauty does not compare. How you know? And nobody brought it up. So don't you think
was
that
person a friend?
No, this is
Just a
somebody
regular-
that I follow all the time.
It happened. Like,
Don't you feel like sometimes we actually ask for the, what is the word? I'm trying to find the word.
Pressure.
We put the pressure on ourselves.
That's
It's not like
different. Like
society
marriage,
putting pressure
I
on
think-
you.
I think marriage and occupation or profession is different, right? Yeah. As far as like profession, I don't think, because me personally, I don't usually like what everybody likes. Yeah, like
I want to
like,
be different.
It's a Kwame thing.
Yeah, like no, seriously.
It
like
is for real. Like, watch Saturday Balls.
if I see
Oh,
somebody
Kwame,
like
see people.
no, like honestly, like if
Really?
I see like people like just going for like one thing, I don't want that. Like I want something else. In my profession, I saw people going for technical writing, like documentation and GLC.
Like I want something
I
else.
don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's like honestly, I just feel like I wouldn't be jealous of you because you went because you are a nurse or a doctor or a pharmacist or whatever now. Because most likely I would not want to be that.
That same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you were talking about how sometimes we
put the pressure on ourselves.
I think the pressure that most people put on themselves is trying to carry what they cannot lift. You know, like sometimes,
It's like today you're
you wanna do something that, okay, it's like when we started this thing. Okay, we only have one producer. We want to do like 15 shows.
Can't be done. It's impossible. It's impossible.
I read that. I read that. The YouTube comments.
That's not true.
You want to do 15 shows. Okay, cool.
Who's Miss White?
Now when you set the 15 shows on, as the shows are going, now you realize that Chevy can't be here every day.
He don't like you guys like that. Yeah, now you're stuck with a show, but no
You've
producer.
written more than you can chew.
Oh yeah.
And now this guy start looking at you like this guy is not ready. So then the people that hosting the show like that,
And not serious.
This guy is not serious. So everybody start leaving. What you did is you lifted what you knew you couldn't. You've broken everything, every plan and everything that you had to make it. You've broken it down. Now Chevy doesn't trust me anymore because Chevy look at it like,
How you expect me to be
you kill. No, it's not even about that. Because now the guys that are hosting the shows are leaving. What's Chevy's purpose?
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't trust me anymore. These guys don't trust me no more.
Yeah.
So the next time you try to say, okay, let's do it little. Chevy's like, fuck it. Okay, I'm going to come around. But if I have something important doing,
I'm not coming.
I'll be gone. You see, so sometimes we put so much pressure. That's the smart thing in business. It says simple.
Start simple.
Start simple.
Start from where you are.
So we start simple. How many shows did we start with? We started with like one show. We moved to 3 shows. Now we have 5 shows.
Yeah, we started with one.
Very soon we'll go 7.
Yeah.
You understand?
Little
That
by
is the
little.
progress that you are growing. So that is the pressure that I would say that when I wasn't smart, I used to look at things at the big side.
Yeah.
And then you take it at the big side and then boom.
Yeah.
By the time you are in the middle, it's like, shoot, I can't carry
I'm
it.
burnt out.
And then it drop. And then the people around you that believed in the dream look at you like,
You're not a serious person.
no, it's not even like, because they look at you like you have a great idea, but you can't finish anything you start. You have a great idea, but you cannot finish. Anytime you start something, you can't finish.
Yeah.
You understand? It has happened to me several times.
Yeah,
that's
same
something
here.
Like everybody like need to put in their mind that like the urgency to put in to like finishing something that you started, right? I feel like if you look at that as a failure, like you will not give up, right? So like let's say you start something and then you just think that, okay, like now I've started. The people see me, and I think that like the reason why people do that, just like you're saying, is that the focus is not on what they're doing; it's on who is watching what.
And
they're
what
doing.
they're going to benefit from it.
Exactly. You know, so if the attention is not what you're doing, but then who is watching what you're doing, then which means that it's just like a fool's game that you're playing.
This reminds me of something. When I used to be doing politics online, I used to turn it on and it would be 700 people watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was when I was even saying shit all the time. Yeah. That's when I really thought. She went to work one day. She called me. Why are you on my
boss's iPad?
My boss's iPad. He opened one of his boss's iPad. But one of my best videos was on it. Yeah. He said, "Why are you on my boss's iPad? Like, you don't know I was a superstar before."
I'm like, "Damn, is that my brother?" I did a double take because I saw. I was like, "Wait, hold on, that's my brother."
You know, so the day that I realized that I've really matured in this thing was one day I was doing on my Ejuma. And I'm like, let me just go check how many people were watching. And it was one person, and it was my phone. My phone was on like that.
Oh, so you were watching yourself?
So I was watching myself, and I was able to finish the show, and I finished hard. I was like, shit.
It's not about... Now you realize it's not about people, it's about passion.
The day that I realized that, like, I'm really... I don't know what will happen to me. Wow. If they take this page that... I had a 250,000 page. It got taken down. I was like, fuck it, I wouldn't even go.
Wow.
If they take this page down, I'll start zero.
Yeah.
You do it all over again.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's just a process that we are going through, and the resilience will pay off. Yeah. It will just pay off with one show.
And I feel like when you're doing something, you should have a reason. Because then that reason is going to keep you going. Because I've done radio for also a while, but then I know this is what I want to do. And that's the reason why I get up and I keep coming. Because we could sleep, let's be honest. All of us could say we could sleep. Mother, you can start a part-time job because we sit here for how long? 2 hours?
Sometimes more than that.
Sometimes more. We could do a part-time job. So I feel like personally, you have to have a reason why you want to do this. Because I always tell people when I was starting at Cuba, I didn't get anything. Like the first 6 months, nobody was buying, but I had a reason why I did it. And so that reason, I can do a Cuba 72 hours with no sleep. I've done it before with no sleep. Was back to back, just making butter, So I always say you have to have a why, because that why is what will keep. And I know a lot of motivational speakers say it. But that why and the purpose behind it is what will keep you going, honestly. Yeah. Because if we're doing radio, like he said, he did on management with one person, which was himself. But then the why I'm doing this kept him going. So we have to have a why. You can't just get up and... Because money, you can do it for money for a little bit and it'll fade.
And then what I realized is, after the show, I look at the views. It was like 42. Mm-hmm. And then the next day was 300 and something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I said to us, yo, something is brewing up. Like, something is about
just
to
keep
happen.
Going. Yeah.
Like, I just said to myself, like, no, something is, it's not normal. I've done this thing for far too long to understand the algorithm. Like, go ahead, read it.
We need to block Miss Party.
You know, something... You know, like I've done this too long of a time to give up this time because I understand this algorithm. There's no way that the most people that come see a video, it's like 3 people that in the next 24 hours you have 300 views. There's no way. So what actually happens is when the show is done,
that's when people watch.
People see it and they start pushing it.
Yeah. That's when people watch it.
You know, so in as much as there's this woman that I met that said, "Oh, I've been watching you." I was surprised. Never seen her on the show.
Yeah.
But she's been watching.
I saw a lady at work. I remember I told you when I first started. Yeah. She met me in the bathroom.
You know, so
people
are watching. So little by little, if we don't give up, boom, the big deal that we are looking for will happen. You know, so what you said, they're resilient in the fact that we know what we are doing, that the vision is to finish, is what will keep us going. So when you look at these young people running around and looking at people and trying to pick role models and all that, how can you go around? There's a guy that flaunts money everywhere that he goes, or there's a girl flaunts big bags, expensive travels, that you don't know his or her source of income. Yeah. And you have taken this person as a role model.
Oh, yeah.
Now under my grandfather's watch. Like there's no way. Because before you pick somebody as your mentor, you have to know what that person did. Yes. That is indoctrination.
A reason.
Like what you told your son, in this house, we do not drink, we do not smoke, we do not do this. Mm-hmm. The kid know. Even if I will have to do it, I confront it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In his mind, he knows, okay, I can do it.
But in this house,
I will have to hide to do it.
It better not even smell on you.
I better not smell it.
It cannot just get it, video yourself with it and
shit. There's things that you wouldn't do.
You understand.
You know what's good.
Because it has been implanted and embedded in you.
Yeah.
Easy. So that's how confidence comes. Everybody's smoking. Yeah. I don't need to smoke to feel cool. Everybody's drinking. I don't need to. I feel cool when I'm having conversations. Yeah. That's how I feel cool. You understand? I'm not saying that anybody that's drinking or anybody that's smoking, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you want to do. Yeah. That makes you feel
Life
good.
is choices.
That is good.
Yeah.
But in this household, we don't do this.
Yeah.
It's simple. So it comes to indoctrination. And if we have in case, we have to be able to indoctrinate them, give them the sense that nobody can push. Yo, like look at these girls. They are going to Dubai and people are shitting in their mouths.
Yeah. That's disgusting. Yeah. That's nasty.
I honestly believe that it is not true.
It's true. There was this guy that did a documentary about it. That's how people found out. There was a documentary.
When you find it, please send it to me.
I'll send. It's actually I've already watched it like 4 times. I'll send you a video. Please that like you could see a video of them doing it. Literally, there's a guy that actually did a documentary. I'll send it to you. It's on YouTube. It's actually a free video. Yeah, but like Kumasi says something. Picking a role model is very important. Like who you pick as your role model, because there's a lot of things that personally that I do now that even my parents always say that nobody trained me on, right? There are things that you will not catch me doing. I always say like Oprah and my grandmother are my two, anybody that asks me, and there were things that I've watched Oprah like through all of that. So I had a group of friends that did the whole drugs. I've literally sat in the midst of people sniffing, but I never did it because it was one thing that Oprah said during an interview, right? And she said drugs and all of that would have aged her and it would have made her miss, her, because when you age in media, your worth is really not it.
I have a question.
And then all of that. So there's things that I didn't do. So who you pick as your role model? Sorry, what's your question?
My question is about like who you pick as role model. Mm-hmm. And so for the people that had like Diddy as their role model, like what did they do now? No, I mean, once prior to like this, so
most people chose Diddy as a role model. I'll say maybe on the business aspect.
That's what I'm saying.
Because Diddy's business mind, the guy has sense. I'm sorry, I've read a few things about him, and I'm like, wow. The guy has something. He's smart.
Read the book by Ray Dalio called Principle. You need to read it too, Shay.
My library is looking.
Ray Dalio, Principle. Very good book. Like,
I got it.
When you have the principle, that's all you need. Me, I cannot really say who my role model is, but I would say the person that motivates me the most, I would say, is Jay-Z.
I thought you were about to say Jasmine. The moment you say I thought it was Jasmine.
I would say Jay-Z.
I have faith.
Like, dude is ugly.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Calm down.
He's
not bad. When he did the dreads, the man is looking nice. Since he did the when he had the short hair, he was not it. But when he did that dreads,
he knows.
He's zaddy. He knows. No, the dreads is zaddy. I think
he looks ugly now than he.
Really, I think now he looks nice with the suit and the dress. Like zaddy. Ain't that something?
But a guy that couldn't complete high school. Mm-hmm. Diddy went to Howard.
HBCU.
A guy that couldn't complete high school. A guy that was smuggling drugs at the age of 9. They didn't have a father. Lives in the project. Decides that I'm not going to be in the project. I'm going to leave the project. I'm going to carry my whole family out of the project. I'm going to be the most... I wanna be able to compete to the highest level in life.
Yeah, and he
right. He did all that. Everything that I wanna be part of, it has to be number uno. Mm-hmm. He did rap. Right now, almost all the blogs classify Jay-Z as the GOAT.
He is the
true.
GOAT.
Almost all of them. You can disagree or agree. Almost all of them look at him as the GOAT. When it comes to the business side, almost everybody sees him like this dude is not just an ordinary person. He's smart. Like when it comes to making business decisions. It got to a point, Jay-Z, the United Nations was asking Jay-Z to do projects for them.
The United Nations.
United Nations.
That's
It
what
got to a point Warren Buffett wanna be sitting and taking advice from Jay-Z, a high school dropout.
Imagine that.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like, no, there's something about the guy. So I started looking at his life, and I think it's the streets. You know, in the street is the streets.
Yeah.
When you get to understand how the streets work, that's how business works, that's how politics works, and that is the same format when you look at 50 Cent. Everything that, how can 50 Cent be a millionaire and a troll at the same time?
Yeah.
He's the biggest troll I know. Like his level of trolling is like master's degree.
How can he understand? I listened to his book, Hustle Smart. Can you check 50 Cent's book?
He has a book.
Yeah, 50.
I think
50 Cent wrote a book.
Work smart, hustle smart, something like that. I read the book and I understood his whole percent. This guy didn't really have a mother. The mother was on drugs and all that. Leaving the grandma, was shot 9 times, came out of it.
Yeah.
Hustle hard. Yes. Yeah. I read that book, and there's another one called The 50th Law. He did that one with Robert Greene.
Wow.
I read that one too. And I understood his mindset. 50 Cent right now, if he wants to be a billionaire, my question is, how can you be a millionaire and still be a troll?
Did you see him with Diddy trolling, bro?
And never get canceled.
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying?
You gonna cancel who? Diddy? 50 Cent?
The guy is so smart to the point that he made the biggest album of all time. Yeah. In my view, that's what I think.
You gonna troll 50 Cent?
Get Rich or Die Trying. I think it's the biggest album of all time. That's my view.
And he's very good with words.
Bro, I have never seen any music that boom 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 that in the club sound like I've not seen it. I remember in Ghana, you would see every single person singing in the club. I have never seen. He started with a lot of people. All of them fall off.
He still made. That's the tough.
The crazy thing is, I think he talked about the G Unit, his that
the
clothing line or whatever, and then people were like, oh, it was not selling Jay-Z's Rockaware, but actually, he was
it's
right.
sold though, G Unit.
The thing about G Unit is sold international than it's sold
in America. And that's
America.
the focus.
Like in Ghana.
Because in every a lot of people,
I
had a G Unit, the single, I had
crossbody.
I'm telling you, I had
a crossbody.
All what I'm saying is these guys didn't go to college.
They did something.
And it's like they were in the bottom of the bottom.
Yeah.
When you go to the Master Project, they said in every week at least 2 murders happen. So if Jay-Z was raised in this project, and every week there's at least 2 murders that happen in that project, survival was
tough.
Because
you don't know if tomorrow is promised.
The same thing with 50 Cent. He was shot 9 times. 9 times.
Are you sure that man is human?
The guy's voice changed because of a bullet.
Yeah.
And he still
kept going.
He beat a bullet. He beat everything. He came out. He worked so hard. He became who he is. Now he has the biggest show on TV. I don't care. I don't care what anybody want to say. He has the biggest show on TV.
I've only watched one episode.
Yo, have you seen The Force?
I've only watched one episode.
Watch
Never
Force.
Watched it. I've only watched one episode.
50 Cent has actually made stars now.
Yeah.
He has. He made Natari. He's made people.
He's made stars.
Yeah.
He's made people.
That's a huge impact. You know what I'm saying?
That's huge.
Even if he's not a billionaire,
matter.
What he has done.
People
look at Joseph Sikora. Nobody knew that time. Nobody know him. That guy played a role like
he did one movie with Jason Statham a long time ago.
Nobody knows. He's a
like
Chicago guy.
Yeah, it was
No.
like the bad guy's kid or something like that.
Yo, nobody know this guy.
Yeah, but
now he's like the real Tommy Egan. Like when you, yo, bro.
His level of trolling Tyler Perry is the funniest.
Omar Hardwick.
Omar Hardwick. Omar Hardwick was not really relevant. He wasn't relevant anymore.
He's made people. Yeah. You know, so all what I'm trying
to... He should add me.
All what I'm trying to say is, if we do not give up, we shouldn't think that it's going to happen tomorrow.
No, it won't. It takes time. Let's be realistic about it. It takes time.
Yo, I'm telling you, it takes time. Do you really think that? Yo, when... So let's look at Jay-Z for a minute. The guy started rapping at the age of 9. Most rappers come out... When a rapper is 26 years, he's old. Oh, Jay-Z's first album came out when he was 26.
Oh my God.
He should have given up a long time ago.
But he was making more money in drugs.
Yeah. But now look at him.
You know, he was making more money in drugs.
There's a whole museum
now
he
has Obama at the speed dial.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, that's the top of level I need.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's persistence.
Yeah.
And people will say, "Oh, he started with this guy, that he left them behind."
He didn't. You're not serious. What am I going to do?
Same thing that 50 Cent.
I mean, the thing about like these.
I can start with you. Like, if you're not serious, you gotta go.
And I always like have a different kind of respect for pastors that like have people follow them for a long time. Mm-hmm. So then it's vision, right? Mm-hmm. What we are doing here is vision, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here if we didn't believe in the vision.
Of course.
Now, in the course of believing in this vision, right? Some people will fall off because some people will feel like it's taking too long. Others will feel like, oh, like there is this. You know, like this one over there looks
they
like
can do better.
Rosy.
Yeah.
So I'd rather like join like the one that is doing good. Now the problem with like the people that are already ahead, when they fall back, they fall hard. Mm-hmm. The problem with people that like in the bottom or like outgrowing, there is no failure. It's only like going up. We're going
to keep pushing, yeah.
Exactly. So like vision is like having people believe in your vision is one thing, but then you cannot sustain whether they're gonna keep believing in it or they're gonna like drop off. Mm-hmm. It's
typical example, Pastor Akomea.
Yes.
This man didn't go to school.
Yeah.
Became a pastor. He was in Germany, started a church. It didn't really work out.
To interview him.
It didn't really work out. He came to the US. You know, he started a church little by little. You know, how many Africans have been able to build their own church? When I say build, like build
from the ground up,
scratch.
their own bricks laid.
Yeah,
look at the facility that he's done. When you go to Ghana,
look at the new one that he just.
He has 1 million square feet facility in Ghana.
Yeah, in Ghana,
huge.
Oh.
Yeah,
because he didn't give up.
Yeah,
kept pushing.
I know people will be telling. Yeah, maybe you need to interview him.
I really know people have bashed him.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
people have dragged him. Like I remember when I first came here, people have dragged him. People have bashed him, and he keeps going.
I mean,
like
have you seen people bashing anybody who is not like,
who is nobody?
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
Because I've seen pastors come and go in Columbus. Like I've been here for a while and I've seen people come and go.
I mean,
I've seen churches. I've seen pastors come and go.
The fact
but
that
he stands.
You come in this country and don't put the Bible away. That is a testament to character.
Levels. Because America will have you working. Right.
Yeah, because like America, trust me.
I'm telling
you. Test your gangster.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. So all I'm going to say before you even end the show.
I'm about to wrap up. Yeah, that was a great show.
All what I'm going to say is we just have to believe in ourselves. Find what we are interested in and what we are passionate about.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. Don't listen to nobody unless you need advice on specific things.
Yeah.
Don't listen because a lot of people look at you like, oh, okay, why don't you do this? Most people are mediocre.
Yeah.
Most people are mediocre. They just want you to, okay, I just want to have a job.
That's it.
I just want to have a job. That's all I want to do. I want to be able to go to work from 9 to 5, come home and spend time with my
family.
Mm-hmm.
That's
beautiful. That's what you want to do. Don't let them put what they want to do on you.
Impose that on you.
Yes, do what you want to do, and I think you'll be fine. And when you respect people, when you are content with what you have, it doesn't matter what somebody drive.
Yeah.
It wouldn't push you to make a decision.
Nope.
That's all I have to say.
Let me read comments and I'll have Big Mike give his last word. Because this YouTube children, Kumasi, I think somebody's coming for your forehead. Oh. Somebody's really coming for your forehead, which is Usher. Let me start with Facebook. Kumasi, you are looking fresh and cute. Forget the rest. Who's the rest? We are offended. Am I supposed to be offended? And he, what is it called? It's not against you. I can't see how they talk. I can see how you're taking good care of him. Oh, they're talking about your wife. But anyways, let me jump to YouTube. YouTube is where the shade is at. At this point, Miss Boateng said, at this point, I think Big Mike had someone talking down on him while praising nurses. That's why he hates nurses for no reason. Big Mike, what is your hate with nurses? You need to explain.
I don't hate them.
I think I'll interview Big Mike one day.
We need to talk about this.
I really do.
It go be a podcast, me and him.
Yeah, I don't hate nurses. Believe me, it's just like I've known people before, like pre-nurse and post-nurse, and most of them, not all of them.
They feel like
two different characters.
They have landed.
Yeah, two different characters, and like that is what I don't want to say hate, but like despise. Yeah.
Are you sure it's not hate?
I take it back. It's hate.
Yeah,
but like I don't hate nurses. My wife is a nurse.
That's the funny part. Yeah. You're married to a nurse. That's the problem.
It's just like the character difference between pre-nurse and post-nurse. Because most of the nurses that I know, I knew them before they became like nurses, and that's a problem.
You can't blame them. They have landed. What you're Aaron, BSN. Okay. That's the new one, BSN.
Okay.
Hey,
they're gonna be alright.
Come on, saying we officially found out who dropped your, who closed your page. Kumasi, that your page there was Nanado. Nanado that made them take it down because you didn't give that man a chance to rest. Kumasi, do better.
Do you know that I was the first Ghanaian to say Nanado will be a failure?
Wow.
Damn.
Yes, I was the first Ghanaian guy on the social media to say Nanado will be a failure.
Damn.
And all those guys, I need to start going back and reposting my old
videos. Yeah, it will help us.
There are some of them that I deleted because of some of the strong words, and now I'm growing. So when Nanado was 3 months in his administration, I said this guy has failed. He has failed. Yeah. When those guys, the Delta Force guys, went to the court and disrupt the court, that this guy didn't make any statement about it. He didn't say anything. They didn't bother him until he went to Asantehene. And then Asantehene was like, did you see what happened in Kumasi? And that's when he wanted to make a statement. That's what I said, this guy.
Well, now we know who took your page down.
So it's possible.
Leave the president.
I've always knew it was politically motivated.
Wow.
Yeah, I've always knew that.
Yeah,
because he called me.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
Oh, yeah, you had said the president called. Dang, why didn't you keep the contact? I could have been going to the, what did they call the president's house?
They called me. They wanted to talk to me about a video, and I respected them. I said, I'm not going to say anything about it again if you are willing to fix it.
Do you still have the contact?
It's a 0 to 0 number.
I could have been going to the Flagstaff house. We need to talk. Me too, I want to go take a picture with the president. I want to pull a Mickey Mill. Calm down. I have plans.
When you go there, you start robbing.
Then I'm like,
614 in town.
Yeah, Ohio. OH. No, yeah, OH. What's that guy? HO. And you were all like, wait, what is HO? Like, calm down. He was trying to say OH.
How was that?
Oh, and then he yelled HO. What is HO? Calm down. Oh, Jesus.
That YC made me laugh the whole
No, what did he say?
No, what did I say about? Now how you hold one guy to them? Like I couldn't.
Well, I'm like, wait, what the heck is HO?
He's like, How you who? I don't want to catch it. Who are you, man?
That was he stupid. Oh God, I'm crying. This is real tears. Yaya Boy said, I'm so proud of you guys for having this conversation on the show. When you are content, nothing can kick you off your road, and that is fact. Miss Boate said, true. If you email him to apologize today, he will release your old page to you. The old man can mafia you. Come on, see, be your old people. And then what is it called? Miss Boate said, yeah, your boy, yeah, I pray they stand firm till. And that's that for the comments. Big Mike, give your last words and let's end for the day. I'm over you two people.
Yeah, I mean,
that's where the fun is, huh?
I'm over them. Yeah. It looks like that's where the party is at.
I think that, you know, as young people, we need to make up our mind on like the things that we want to do. We shouldn't like let the trends from the outside affect us, or like what the crowd is saying. Like if you know what you want to do, you just go for it. And like whilst trying to achieve that goal, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of consistency. It's required. Like you need to have that. Once you have that, like you are gonna hit that target without even knowing that you were there. That's all it takes. So like I will urge people to be consistent, and yeah, that's all.
And that's on that. Fine. There's nothing else to say. They've said it all. Thank you guys so much for watching All That Matters. Don't forget to hit the subscribe if you're on YouTube. You don't forget to hit the follow, the like, the share. Don't forget to hit the follow if you're on Facebook. And don't forget to like, share, comment if you're both on YouTube and Facebook. We will catch you guys. It's Revolt Media. We will catch you guys tomorrow. The gang will be here. The gang will be here tomorrow, so they will catch you guys. You don't want to miss it. I hope you guys have a great night. See you and bye for now. Thanks, Chevy, for producing today's show. Thank you. And we'll catch you guys next time. Bye for now.